Good Morning Detailing Gods, Prince, Beast Smoke Marketing, Grind Time TV, where we talk about different strategies on how to get you more money with your mobile auto detailing business. Feeling good today, bro. Feeling good. I wanted to go into a prelude of this course I'm preparing called the $1,000 Detail, right? And my life is so fun because I get to experience and do different types of experiments on my business, right? Because I don't think there's anything that really can take you out of business, or rather make your business fail. I tried so many different things. And so here's another one. And another one. So this is kind of like a prelude to the $1,000 Detail. This is the story about the Phantom 5 Detail. All right. Now I lucked up on this one. I'm being honest with you. I lucked up on it. But in my mind, I was already prepared to go after $1,500. But I had to size up my customer first, right? How do you size up your customer? Well, it's based upon what they're driving. Now, it is not always based upon that, but that's a lead. That's a lead. So my man driving a $200,000 car minimum. It's probably what it's worth, right? It's probably what it's worth. Okay. Now, the reason why I say I lucked up on it is two different things. One is that Phantom 5, he ain't driving that joint every day. You might see it on a Sunday. Where he going to? Where is he going to in it? More than likely he's going to the golf course. More than likely. Because I vacuumed a lot of grass out of it. Right? And I found the golf clubs. So it only makes sense. He only driving on Sunday. So on Sunday, most guys are off. And even me on Sunday, I got a kind of like a pre-grind that I do, right? A pre-grind. I'm about to get that out the way, because like when you do what you love to do and you kind of like taking time off, right? It's not like I'm gonna get to the story in a minute, but I just want to really break this down, the mindset that one must have. When you get to the point where it's like you love what you do, then you just do it. Not to get any kind of monetary gain. Not all the time. I mean, you should get a monetary gain. Don't get it twisted. But, or however, you put out the best that you have every time you at bat. Every time you at bat, you give the best that you can give. And that's the whole like story between Cain and Abel in the Bible. And I'll make this real brief. So Cain killed Abel because he was jealous, right? Because Abel was able to produce something that was much better than his brother. His brother just gave whatever he had. This is all right, this will work. Boom, and that's it, right? And so, it is what it is. Don't get mad because somebody else is putting out a better product than you. Just simply step your game up, and you can look at that guy and you can say, okay, maybe if it's possible, maybe I can learn from him. Maybe it's possible I can learn from him. Let me see. The worst he can say is no. Ain't like he gonna cuss me out and cut my throat. right? But you have to first ask, but put out your best. Now back to the Phantom 5. Okay? The Phantom 5, when he called me, he asked me what type of detailing do I that we do. And I was like, we do everything. But let me ask you a question. The reason why, now you have to be a salesman before you're a detailer. Be about business before you touch that car. Make sure business is done. Okay? So now, with the $1,000 detail, and this guy, when I took over the conversation, I said, man, let me ask you a question. What type of vehicle do you have? There was noise going on in the background, and I know he wanted to do something real fast and get off the phone. But then I saw taking interest in his car, right? Because these are guys, the guys who got the 200, they ain't buying a $200,000 car just to show off. They really like that car. Now people buy $80,000 vehicle and be like, yo, just a stunt. But when you buy a Phantom 5 for $250,000, bro, this ain't just for stunting. This is an investment. Okay? And he need to understand that. You need to understand that, rather. It's an investment. And so I told the guy, I asked him a few questions. I asked him, when was the last time you had a detail? And he gave me a little spiel. And he told me it's not really that dirty. You know, I got it. I'm getting it washed up to go to this show. Oh, great. Opportunity. I asked him, were you competing? He said, yes. I said, wow. I've done a lot of cars for car shows. Here's one way that I know that will win. I said, if this does not win, it wasn't because of what we did. It's because your car was ugly. And he was like, wow, I can't believe you said that to me. Right? So, I'm giving you the sales tax. I got to give you the dialogue. All right? I shouldn't even be leaking this information like that, but I got to give you the dialogue. Right? So you're going back and forth with the guy. Anyway, we got down to the point where he didn't know anything about ceramic coating. I educated him about ceramic coating. I sent him some videos about ceramic coating. I sent him some videos of cars that I have done with ceramic coating. I showed him my product. I explained to him my insurance, how I have $1 million insurance coverage. So if I blow your car up for some strange reason, at least you get a brand new one. Or $250,000, right? And he kind of laughed it off. You know, that way he feels more safe, right? And I show him and you show him all the documents as you get there, because the main thing they want to know is that you know what you're talking about, and you have insurance just in case you make a mistake, because anybody can make a mistake. Now, I'm not saying this to hold up some sort of trophy. That's not my point in doing this. My point is to educate guys. It's to educate you. Okay? Now, not going to tell you what number I got for the detail, but I will tell you this. I sold the guy ceramic coating. I sold him a 4-year warranty on the ceramic coating. I sold him two stages of ceramic coating on the interior, windows, glass, dashboard. The seats we didn't worry about, and the carpet we put Scotch Guard on the carpet. We ain't charging for that, right? So I'm not gonna give you any kind of number what I charge, right? Just know it was 5 figures. It's 5 figures, right? Not extreme, just 5 figures, right? $1,000 minimum. Let's go with that. Now, the trick was, I told him it has to be in my shop for 2 days. He wanted to stay in his garage for 2 days, and that's cool too. We can put it in your garage for 2 days, but I cannot be held liable if something like come through and mess up the ceramic coating. I can't guarantee it, right? And so I convinced the customer. I said, listen to our process. This is how our process works. Because we deal with real detailing. We do things delicately. I said, this is what I'm going to do. My tow truck is coming out there to pick it up. He's going to pick it up. He's going to bring it back to the shop. We're going to detail it. We're going to have it for 48 hours. Then we're going to drop it back off with the tow truck. You're not going to get 1 mile on there. It's going to be totally safe. And in my garage, it's going to be kept. Here's the system. Here's what we got. It's there the whole time. Don't worry about it. We're going to protect the baby. And so that's what we did. At least that's what I did. Now, in order for this to work, this plan, this strategy, you make 5 figures in 2 days, and you get half of it up front. Half of it up front. So, the way it works is, I got him to put a deposit on the vehicle based upon the estimate. Now, I really had to work this customer. I had to come out to the car, meet him, shake his hand, look him in the eye, and let him know I'm good people. Right? I got a chance to look at the car. Got a chance to take some pictures. I knew exactly what we had to do. It's no big deal. Right? After I left, I got a deposit. By the time I got back to my city, the car was being picked up. I made it back. By the time I got back to the shop, they're dropping off the car. We finished it that same day. We just had to let it cure for like a couple days, and that's it. And then at that point, 2 days after that, he came to look at it at the shop before we dropped it off. He finished his payment. After he finished his payment, I had the tow truck pick it up, drop that bad boy back off. Now, let me show you the matrix behind the scene, the stuff behind the scene that you don't know. What you don't know is that the tow truck always uses the same guy all the time. It's not my tow truck, but he's the same guy all the time. Any tow truck will work. I know what he's gonna charge me to pick it up and drop it off. I got the money up front. So he's already paid for. He's paid for to pick it up the first day, and when he dropped it off at the shop, I went ahead and paid him to go ahead and pick it back up and drop it back off. Right? You know the routine. It's the same routine every single time. Right? And so he's out the way. That came out of the deposit money. Okay? The 50% that I got up front. That's what came out of there. I'm not gonna go too far into the matrix, but I see on surface level. I got two of my homies to detail the car, not detail it, but to put ceramic coating on it where it need to go. I went ahead and paid them out of the deposit. I just came back later on to check it to make sure it was okay. Facts. So, the $1,000 detail is very, very difficult to catch, but it can be caught. I have an ebook that I'm writing for the $1,000 detail because it's so amazing once you start looking for them and you figure out how to find them and where are they located at. Have you ever wondered where the celebrities hang out at? Right? How can you get in contact with them to let them know what you do? Because they're definitely looking for you. A concierge service, rather. They're looking for a concierge service with no stress. You're able to take credit card. If you're not able to take credit card in 2019, you playing business. You're not in real business. You just joking business. You're not in real business. The cash thing is dope, but you better believe it. That cash system is going out the door. Out the door. So definitely step your game up, bro. Oh yeah, let me mention this as well. On this particular example or story, the $1,000 detail just happened to be a car. But the $1,000 detail can be a plane too. It can be a boat. It can be a train. It can be an RV. It could be a 16-passenger van. It doesn't have to even be big. It can be small. For an example, a lady called me and said that she wanted her car detailed. She said she had animals in it. Okay. Or dogs in it. Come to find out she was transporting dogs. That's her thing. That's what she do. So it's like dog stuff everywhere. Everywhere. Right? Now let me educate you and educate your customers. Alright? Now, this particular job was self-inflicted. Okay? Self-inflicted, which means that she knew what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? So she can't report that to the insurance company. However, in another example, I'll show you how the insurance company had to pay for when the customer made a mistake and left the dog in the car. And they called me to detail it. And I called the insurance company. That's how you get the money, bro. And the insurance company come right on out, look at it and say, come on, man. Don't get it done. $1,000. Hope I said something to bless you. Till next time, Ryan Time, Prince, Beast Mode Marketing. I had a little bit more time, so if you are still here, I wish to bless you with this valet detailing that I'm doing. All right. I need to start shooting this stuff live. That's what I need to start doing. Because some people don't believe me. All right, so we're doing valet tomorrow. And basically valet is this, if you don't know. Valet, my definition of it is when you go pick up the customer vehicle, bring it back to the shop, detail it, then drop it back off. Okay? You drive it. Okay? Now, I'm doing one today. We're doing one today. And you think this is what's like being a detailing God. Right? And I know that people like hate on some of my methods, but if it works, it works. If it works, it works. You cannot. It's not taking advantage of the weak-minded. It's just knowing what you're worth. So, some people think that you got to have all this equipment, this nice van, and all this crazy stuff, and detailing equipment in order to start a detailing business. It makes sense. Unless you're doing valet, which means you're more of a salesman than you are an actual detailer, though you can detail. Right? And in this course, I'm going to break down everything that you need. Now, it's very light. It's a very, very light course as far as the things that you need. Because mainly all you need is a website and a few trinkets, like, some waterless wash, some towels, toothbrush. Main thing you need are paper mats and what is that? Plastic seat covers. And I also got plastic steering wheel covers and plastic gear shift covers. I put that joint on all of my joint, like this joint, like on both seats. By the time when I bring that car back, man, this car smell like brand new money. I'm telling you, brand new money. Brand new money. Anyway, you think that you need all this stuff, but being a detailing God, you don't really need any of that stuff. So basically what I'm doing is picking up this vehicle. I'm going to take it to one of my homies that has a detail shop. He going to clean it. I'm going to just overlook it, make sure it's good. I'm going to give him some money for what he did for me, give him some dap, show him some love, get back in the vehicle, take it back to my customer, show her what an excellent job we did. She's going to pay me, and then we're going to go home. Just going to go home. Or I can go to the next detail. That normally takes about 2 hours. 2 hours to 2.5 to 3, based upon the condition of the vehicle and the location of the customer. 2.5, 3 hours. I usually tell the customer 4, just to be safe. If you're a master detailer, then you don't really need a buffer to buff out scratches. If the scratch is true indeed a scratch, then it ain't coming out with a buffer anyway. Anything past that clear coat, it ain't coming out. Unless you're talking about wet sanding. And we ain't trying to do that on the go. You can do it in your shop, right? But you don't need anything. You don't need the stuff they try and sell you. You don't need it. Just walk in purpose. let everybody else buy that stuff and let them detail it. And as a valet detailer, like I'm going to get dressed right now. I'm putting on my silk shirt. I'm gonna put on a bow tie, wear some jeans. I got my apron. I got my cologne, boy, my jewelry. I'm putting on my jewelry for this one, bro. I'm telling you, I'm putting on my jewelry for this one. And I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be fresh as a mug when I present myself as professional coming to pick up her car. Right? And I let her know everything up front. Here's my license, here's my insurance, and here's the location of the car where I'm taking it to. Is there any questions? No questions. Great. I need 50% right now. I need 50% right now. And bye y'all. The game is on. Hope I said something to bless you. Till next time, grind time. Prince, Beast Mode Marketing.